Today when we look at the moon, we're not just seeing a symbol of romance or past triumph. The moon is no longer just a distant silent witness to our history. It's becoming the stage for humanity's next great leap. Its pale surface, once marked only by craters and the footprints of a handful of astronauts, now represents the threshold of a new era. We're witnessing the starting line of a new, high-stakes race, one that will shape the future of exploration, technology, and even the balance of power on Earth. The countdown has already begun, and the world is watching as nations and companies prepare to leave their mark. But this isn't a simple repeat of the Cold War's Apollo era. Back then, the race to the moon was about national pride and proving technological superiority. Today, the motivations are more complex and the competition is fiercer than ever. The stakes are higher. This time, it's about establishing the first permanent human outpost on another world. Whoever succeeds will not only make history, but also gain a foothold in the next frontier of human civilization. The United States and China are vying to shape the next chapter of humanity's journey beyond Earth. Their ambitions are not just about exploration but about influence, security, and the resources that could change the world's economy. The original space race was a sprint for glory, a dramatic dash to plant a flag and claim victory for a generation. This new race is a marathon for dominance, resources, and the right to set the rules for space. It's about who will control the moon's water, minerals, and strategic locations, assets that could fuel industries and power stations for decades to come. China, with its economic might, technological advances, and centralized system, is a far more formidable rival than the Soviet Union ever was. Its ambitions are clear: to become the leader in space, and to use that leadership to shape the future of humanity. This is a contest between two models: America's open, innovative public-private partnerships, which encourage competition and creativity, versus China's top-down, state-driven machine, which can mobilize vast resources and execute long-term plans with precision. The outcome of this race will influence global perceptions of power, technology, and leadership for generations. It will determine who sets the rules for the new space economy and who gets to decide how humanity expands beyond Earth. The world is watching. Who will build the first permanent lunar base, and under what flag? Will it be a symbol of unity or a new source of division? Will it be a collaborative outpost where nations work side by side to unlock the moon's secrets and share its bounty, or an exclusive one that sets restrictive precedents, limiting access and shaping the rules to benefit only a few? The moon is about to become the most critical geopolitical landscape in the solar system, a place where the future of humanity will be decided and where the next chapter of our story will be written. China's lunar strategy is relentless and methodical, a testament to the nation's unwavering commitment to becoming a dominant force in space exploration. Every step is carefully calculated, with each mission building on the last, creating a momentum that is difficult to match. The country's ambitious goal is to land taikonauts at the moon's South Pole by 2030, a target that once seemed distant but now feels increasingly within reach thanks to China's rapid technological progress and disciplined approach. The Lunar South Pole is not just a destination, it's a prize. Its near-constant sunlight provides a reliable source of energy, while the presence of frozen water and shadowed craters offers the raw materials needed for life and industry. These unique features make it the linchpin for any long-term human presence on the moon. Water ice at the South Pole can be extracted and split into hydrogen and oxygen, providing drinking water, breathable air, and even rocket fuel. This capability could transform a simple outpost into a thriving industrial hub, supporting not just exploration, but also economic activity and further missions deeper into the solar system. China's centralized political system allows for long-term planning and swift resource allocation, enabling the country to pursue ambitious projects without the delays often seen in more decentralized systems. This gives China a unique edge in the new space race, allowing it to move quickly from vision to reality. The lunar program is more than just a scientific endeavor. It's a powerful symbol of China's technological rise and its growing ambition on the world stage. Each successful mission demonstrates the nation's ability to innovate, adapt, and lead in a domain once dominated by others. The International Lunar Research Station, spearheaded by China in partnership with Russia, is envisioned as a permanent, autonomous facility. It represents not only a leap in scientific capability, but also a new model for international cooperation, one that challenges the traditional Western-led approach to space. By establishing the first operational base at the Lunar South Pole, China could secure access to vital resources and potentially set the standards and rules for future lunar activity. This would give Beijing significant influence over the next era of space exploration and development. This mission is about far more than science. It's about securing a strategic foothold on the next great frontier, shaping the future of humanity's presence beyond Earth, and ensuring that China's interests are protected and advanced. As China's ambitions become reality, the West, and NASA in particular, are watching with growing anxiety, aware that the balance of power in space may soon shift in ways that will echo for generations to come. The U.S. response is the Artemis program, aiming for a sustainable, collaborative return to the Moon and a stepping stone to Mars. The plan is ambitious, but execution is risky and complex, with timelines slipping and China's 2030 target looming. NASA's reliance on private companies like SpaceX brings innovation but also technical uncertainty, especially with unproven technologies like in-space refueling. Every delay increases the risk of being beaten to the Moon. America's decentralized approach can slow progress compared to China's focused drive. The Artemis program is now a test of national prestige and the open collaborative model for space. The U.S. is betting on advanced technology, but the clock is ticking. Surviving the Moon's 2-week night is the single biggest challenge for building a permanent base on the lunar surface. Unlike Earth, where night lasts mere hours, the Moon's night stretches for about 14 Earth days, plunging everything into freezing darkness. Temperatures can drop to minus 173 degrees Celsius, making it impossible for humans or equipment to function without a reliable source of power and heat. Solar panels, which work so well on Earth, are rendered useless during this long lunar night. Even the most advanced batteries can't store enough energy to keep a base running for 2 weeks straight. The lack of sunlight means no way to recharge, and the extreme cold drains batteries even faster. The answer is nuclear fission. Compact reactors that can provide continuous, reliable power regardless of whether it's day or night. These reactors don't depend on sunlight or weather, making them ideal for the harsh lunar environment. Only nuclear technology can deliver the energy density and longevity needed for a true lunar settlement. A single small reactor can power habitats, life support, scientific labs, and even mining equipment for years without refueling. With nuclear power, a lunar base can operate 24/7, supporting round-the-clock science, industry, and resource extraction. This opens the door to manufacturing, water extraction, and even growing food, all essential for a self-sustaining outpost. Both the US and China understand that whoever deploys the first working nuclear reactor on the Moon will have a decisive advantage in the new space race. It's not just about planting a flag, it's about powering the future of humanity beyond Earth. Designing a lunar reactor is a unique engineering challenge. It must be lightweight enough to launch, robust enough to survive the journey, and able to operate autonomously in the vacuum and radiation of space, far from any human help. These reactors will be launched inert for safety, activated remotely once on the Moon, and likely buried beneath the surface to shield astronauts from radiation and protect the reactor from micrometeorites. The race to the Moon is now also a race to go nuclear. Whichever nation succeeds first will shape the rules and opportunities for everyone who follows. The winner will set the pace for the next era of space exploration, unlocking the Moon's resources and paving the way for humanity's future among the stars. The nuclear race is on. In 2025, China and Russia announced plans for a lunar reactor by 2036. The US responded by fast-tracking its own fission surface power project, aiming for a 100-kilowatt reactor on the Moon by 2030, 6 years ahead of China's plan. This leap in power output could support robust habitats and industrial activity. The US is signaling its intent to lead in lunar industrialization, not just compete. Both sides are tackling the technical hurdles, likely using advanced, safe TRISO fuel. Reactors will be landed cold, moved away from habitats, and activated remotely. The first nation to power up a reactor on the Moon will have solved the lunar night and claimed technological superiority. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Moon race is about more than pride. It's about controlling the ultimate high ground. The first permanent powered base at the South Pole will shape the future of lunar activity and deep space. The Outer Space Treaty forbids ownership, but is silent on resource extraction. Whoever mines lunar water ice first controls the most valuable gas station in the solar system. This creates enormous economic leverage. The moon also holds helium-3 and other valuable materials. Control means long-term advantage. The first to establish a presence can set operational norms, including safety or keep-out zones. These could become de facto territorial claims, restricting others' access. If China gets there first, it could lock out the US and its partners from key resources and influence. For NASA, losing this race isn't just symbolic, it's a real strategic setback. This moon race is unlike the Cold War contest with the USSR. China is a far more formidable, long-term competitor, economically powerful, populous, and able to execute massive projects with singular focus. The stakes are global. A Chinese victory would showcase the efficiency of its authoritarian model. The US is building a coalition through the Artemis Accords. China is rallying its own bloc around the ILRS. Two spheres of influence are emerging in space, splitting the world's efforts. If China controls lunar resources, it could extend its influence far beyond Earth. NASA warns, the US must not cede the lunar high ground. This is about which values, openness or control, will shape humanity's future in space. With Artemis facing delays, calls are growing for a Plan B, a simpler, government-led lander to guarantee an American return before China's 2030 deadline. The idea is to arrive first with a basic vehicle, even if it's less sophisticated. Plan B would draw on proven technology, focusing on speed and reliability over innovation. It would be a short stay, flags and footprints mission, critical for setting the rules. Plan A, the ambitious Artemis landers, would continue in parallel for long-term goals. Plan B is an insurance policy. If Plan A falters, the US won't forfeit the moon to China. The cost is small compared to the strategic risk of losing. In this race, showing up first may be the most important victory. Humanity stands at a crossroads, and the moon is the proving ground. The US and China offer two visions, openness and collaboration, or control and exclusion. The first permanent lunar base will set the tone for space exploration for decades. The choices we make, especially about nuclear power and landing systems, are strategic moves in a cosmic chess match. The moon reflects both our aspirations and our divisions. This race tests our technology, endurance, and character as a species. Will we venture forth together, or carry our rivalries to the stars? The moon awaits our answer.